Why didn't anybody tell me this was good? All right, here we go. Hello, hello. All right, here we go. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Oh. Well, good morning, KK. How are you? Ah. It's time to start the Peanuts Journal. Good morning, Francis. Or good afternoon, depending upon where you are. And Miss Mary, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? Ugh. Okay. So I'm not completely done with the wild things. I haven't made a tassel for it yet, and there's still some inside stuff that I wanted to do, but I'll show you very quickly. Cussy cutting and distressing. Yeah. So let's talk about what I did here. So I used a button closure. Pretty easy to do. And some seam tapes, And I just, I added the little Easter eggs throughout that we put in all of them. And there's one there. And, I just finished kind of getting the pockets and stuff in. There's some little tuck spots in here that I added. And I still have to get the tassel on this one done. And then it would be complete and ready to go. So for the button closure, I did glue that down so that it doesn't, fall out. But that's pretty much the wild things. I'm probably going to put something on the cover of it. I'm just not sure yet what it's going to be. But we are going to add something to the cover. And that one's done. It's in the bag, so to speak. So today, thought we'd get started. Hello, Miss Candy. I thought we would get started on the Peanuts Journal. So I did a little prep for this. So let's take a look. So the first thing I did is I went and I got some fabrics to make my book cloth, and I went ahead and did the book cloth in advance. So I have a nice big piece of book cloth here. It's 12 inches, so it will fit just about any book, and then it's way long. So it'll fit any book size I make at this point. And we have this for the inside. So this is going to be our cover, and this is going to be our inside piece. Okay. So let me get that put back down here out of the way for the moment. And let's talk about what we have to go in this one. Now, I have been saving for this journal for about 2 years. And if you know me, you know why. I call my Hubbard Charlie Brown. So this one is sort of an homage to Hubbard. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. So, um, so I have these little mini books. These were actually given out by McDonald's. They're for reading is fundamental, but they have cute little images in them. So I have some of those. These did have covers on them, but I gave the covers to Hags. Um, again, they're just cute little designs. So we got those. And then this one we have, which is Fun with Snoopy, which has got games and stuff in it that I thought we could use. And I have 3 Charlie Brown's, vintage Charlie Brown's encyclopedias. I have a set of Charlie Brown file folders, which I've already kind of done something with. And I have a whole bunch of Charlie Brown images. I have Fussy cut out a bunch of the little figures. I have some Charlie Brown stickers. Well, they're Snoopy, but you know. And then we have the Peanuts family tree so that we know where we're going with this. And I have some borders that have the little zigzag line on it, which I thought was cute, you know. And then, so I took one of the file folders and I cut it down to make 2 smaller file folders. Aren't they cute? They're not tiny file folders, but they're smaller file folders. We're going to use those in here. And of course, as always, I will be using at least one of these to make some kind of removable element. So we have a lot to work with, but this one doesn't have any paper. So I thought, you know, we could use the paper that's in these books. We'll find, you know, an image that we like and we'll add it to the pocket. So we'll have a lot of writing on these and stuff. So, you know, because like, let's see. This would make a good corner pocket, you know? So, and a lot of these pieces like this might make a good bottom pocket. And we could cut something like this to make for, you know, like a belly band or something across here could be a belly band. So, so I thought, you know, we do have a lot of paper for this. We just have to figure out how it's going to go into the book. So that's all goodies we have for this one. So I'm going to put this down here for now. There we go. And we are going to get to building a book. I thought on this one we might actually just use a Reader's Digest instead of building the book. We're going to do a Reader's Digest one on this one. So I'm going to grab a cover and we're going to get started. I'll be right back with a cover. So I'm trying to find one that's got a nice big spine on it. Let me see if I have one wider. These are a little wider. That's a project. Taller, not wider. I have a few of these. These are, I think we'll use that one. All right. So, yeah, so we're going to start with a pre-made one on this one. And it's not a bad spine. It's about a 1 3/4. So, of course, we'll reinforce it. Let me get out a piece of chipboard here. This is going to be tall enough. So we're going to cut a 1 3/4. Let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this one at 1.5 because it's a 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut it at 1.5 and 7.5 inches long. One and a half. Seven 3/4 long. I never trust these things. Okay. Got a new blade for that. So now I have to cut through some chipboard to dull it down real quick, you know? All right. So this needs to have a little bit more taken off. We'll take off. A little bit more. I cut a whole bunch of spines for the Amy the other day. You know what? I want it to be more inside. So let me... Ooh, but if I take it and I put it more inside... No, I'm going to leave it just like that. All right, so I'm going to check to make sure that my book will close. It will. I think I want to take just a teeny bit off of this. No, that's not going to work. Let's do this one. I just want it to have a little bit of room. Not much, just a little bit. So we're going to try and, take a tiny hair for this. Whoop. Okay. The smallest things amaze me and amuse me. What can I say? Okay, I like that a little better. Okay. So we are just a hair under 1.5 inches. Just a hair under it. So we're going to do 1.5 inches on our, well, I don't need to do a template for this one. I think I actually have a Reader's Digest template. That might work. So See, 3-hole Reader Digest. See, to make 3 signatures. Okay, so now the question is, so we're going to do 2 signatures. We'll always do something in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this in here for now. Top and bottom. So that's going to be where our holes are. Hi, Harry. She's not here. No. Go on. All right. So let me see if I have to paint this one. Yeah, let's check that before we do anything else. Yep. Yep. I'm going to have to paint it. Okay. All right. So before I go any further, let's go ahead and paint this one. All right. So, KK says, hi, Harry. You're a spoiled cat. What can I say? All right. So I'm going to use a little gesso to paint this one. Just some white gesso. It just barely shows, so I don't think it's going to be a big issue, but I would rather paint it than, have it show through. And if I'm going to paint it, I might as well, I don't have any white chalkboard paint, so we'll use gesso. And we'll just put a nice, easy coat on there, just to block out a little bit of the color. Just so it doesn't show through. All right, so KK is fussy cutting. What's everybody else up to? What about Francis is probably at work. Mary, how are you feeling, honey? I know you're back at work. Are you feeling okay? Do not push yourself. Okay. So I'm going to let that set. Just always takes forever. So we're going to give this about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to go wash this brush real quick. So we'll set this off to the side to dry. And hopefully Harry doesn't run across it. He's been known to do that. Keeping an eye out for the bosses, doing bookkeeping input. Okay, okay. Mary's feeling a little better. Hey, Carla. I don't know that we're going to do any painting on the inside of that one, but definitely that outside piece needed to be done. Okay. Let's see. What else? So let's build some signatures, shall we? Okay. Alrighty. Let's see, what do we got in here? Okay, so we do have coffee. We have to put yellow in here. There's no two ways about that. Yellow has got to go in, okay? Because, well, it's Charlie Brown. So we're going to put in some yellow. We need... thinking some red. Put in a couple of sheets of red. What other colors, guys? Blue. A couple of sheets of green, maybe. Yeah? Okay. Let's do that. Brown. Let's see if I have any brown. Not really. I have falling leaves, but that's not really brown. Apple green. So apple green as opposed to this green. Okay. Let me put this one back. There we go. Let's get some apple green. Oops. Stay up there. Green. Put this back with the little blue. Okay. All right. And I think on this one, instead of going with coffee, I think we're going to go with tea on this one. So I'll get the tea down. Whoa. Pile got away from me there. Okay. Tea. Tea. Okay. Tea. So let's do top and see in the middle. All right. Okie dokie. So let's start with and one more. That's one. And then all right, so that's two. Okay, now when using Reader's Digest, I have to cut them down. So we're not committed to the Reader's Digest yet, but oh, decisions. Okay, we're going to do the Reader's Digest. Because I'm being lazy on this one. What can I say? Okay. Ooh. Oh. Decisions, you know? All right. Hold on, it's Harry's treat time. I'm going to sit here and second guess myself on whether or not I should do this with a Reader's Digest or if I should build a book. We're committing. We are committing. All right, here we go. All right, so Reader's Digest. So 5 1/4, so 10 1/2 by 7 1/4. Okay. All right, we've committed. We have committed. We are. Okay. So 1.25 here. What did we take off there? 1/2 inch. Yep. Okay. And 1/2 inch off this way. All right, we've committed. Okay. Okay. So now we shall fold these in half. That will give us our signatures. Okay. This one shall forever be known as C. This one shall forever be known as A, because that's how they're going to go in there. But not in this one. This one's not. No. Get out of the drawer. I have one very bad kitty. All right, so we're going to wait for that to dry. It's going to take a little while. And so we're going to have to do a folio for this that is less than 5 1/4 by, so we're going to do a 5 by 7 folio. Yeah. Five by 7. Oh. All right, so I need to work on a 5 by 7 folio. And I'm going to do this on regular, with regular supplies before I decide whether or not I'm going to do it, because I don't want to waste the peanuts folders doing that. So let me grab regular folder. Get a regular folder out. Okay. And a scoreboard. So let's see. Let's see what happens when we score this at 5. Hi, Hover. Okay, so that's 5. Turn it over. Let's do 5 on this side as well. And then we're going to want at least probably like quarter, maybe an eighth of an inch. Let's do an eighth of an inch. What is the deal today? There we go. And then we're going to want this to be no more than 7 inches. I kind of like keeping the main tab. So we'd cut the tab off. So I'm going to take 2 inches off of each side. Let's start with that. Okay. So let's get this down. So we'll try taking off 2 inches on either side. So, because I want to keep that center tab if I can. So we'll take 2 there. We'll take 2 over here, and then we'll see where we're at, because that's 4. So I think we probably will have about a ½ inch left. Maybe like 7.5, but then we can take a 1/4 inch off either side, and that'll work. So let's see what we've got. Yep. So we're actually at 7 5/8. We need this to be 7. So let's take a 1/4 of an inch off either side. That's a 1/4 of an inch on that side. Urgh. There we go. And then we'll do a 1/4 of an inch on this side as well. And that should get us to the right size. Okay. Because I'm weird. I want the center, you know? Okay, so now we put these in. So let's do that. Get this lined up. think we got this. Let me get this down here for the moment. Put this away. And then we'll get started here. Let's get some folds. All right, so I'm going to line this up side to side. Okay, so that's that one. And then this, we've got that 1/8 of an inch over here, so that's one. All right, it's 1 and 2. So let's do one first. And we'll do the second one. Yes, and this is how my crazy ass mind works. Okay. Got a little spine like right there. All right, so this side I think we'll just turn right into a pocket right off the bat. Boom, pocket, done. And then this one will be a flip out. So we'll do a pocket here. Maybe a pad, a thin pad here, like a little notepad. Or maybe we'll just put some paper in. You know, just make a little writing space. I like it. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a little pocket on this side. And then on this side, I'll do, and then we'll have this come out right there. And then we'll do a little, we'll do like a security envelope thing on this to close that. I like it. Okay. Weirdness, right? All right. So I've thought this through and I know what I'm doing. So let me grab the folders. We want a center tab. Oh, good thing we've got an extra center tab just in case. All right, so we're going to cut 2 1/4 inches off each side. So let's check the width here. So this one is just a hair more than 11.5. So let's take a look. So it is the same width. So we know we can take 2 1/4 off each side. And I gotta let the dog in. Go away. All right. Let me put a little light on this situation. All right. 2 1/4 on either side. Here we go. All right, craft blessings, please, because I'm going to only be able to do this once. Here we go. Right through Lucy's face. Two 1/4. All right. I'm going to score 5 inches on the front flap. Let's bring it up. 5 inches on this flap. Anybody see where the gremlins took my score tool? There it is. Okay. 5 inches. On this side. Then we're going to put that in there. We're going to go 5. And I'm going to go to 5 1/4 and just give myself a 1/4 inch bump there because I'm going to put a pad or something in. So I want it to be a little bit, you know, a little more. All right. All right, so let's create this first pocket. Line everything up. And burnish. Nice. Look at that. We got Peppermint Patty, Lucy, Snoopy. That's good. All right, now we're going to do this one. There. There. Okay. All right, to make everybody go right side up, we're going to have to swap it, put the pocket over here and the little pad thing over here. I'm okay with that. Let's burnish these. It's just the way the file is, guys. Nothing I can do about it. Okay. This one. Okay. So we're going to turn this into a pocket. So I think what we'll do is we'll just put some regular colored cardstock back here. So I think we'll just do regular colored cardstock back here. And then because this file, the folder's already kind of decorated a lot because we're using the, you know. So, I mean, I'll probably cover this up because this is not great for the front. The back is fantastic. The little pocket is cute because it's got, you know, them. And you can see Snoopy here and Charlie Brown, but it's not fantastic. So we'll cover this with something most likely. But I think I'm going to just put a piece of red cardstock in here. Let's get a piece of red. Maybe something with a little interest. You know, this is kind of corrugated. Maybe we'll do that. All right, so we need a piece of cardstock. This is it's about 7. It's just over 7 3/4. So oh crap, that needs a blade. 7 3/4. So we'll use the big one. I hate using this thing. All right, 7 3/4 tall. Just checking. This is my great measuring system. Okay. So I wanted just a little bit of space around. Okay. So that should give us just a little bit of, yep, just a hair on either side. Fabulous. Okay. And then this is, we know that's 5. What is this? 5. So, okay, so let's go. Yeah, this is how my brain works. Scary, right? Hey, now, get out of the way. All right, so there's 5. So we're going to go just under it. This doesn't really matter. Okay. That'll go right there. And then I kind of like it with the red in the back. Now, I just want to look at something. I'm trying to decide if I want to like just cut the red all the way across, you know, or do I want the little white gap? Oh. Hmm. The only way I'm going to tell is if I actually do it. So let's take a look. All right. So we'll do this the best, the best measuring way possible. Shush, don't judge me. We're going to look. Okay. All right, so this needs to be a little narrower. All right, let's see. Okay, so that folds fine. What I'm worried about is the gap at the top and the bottom. I think it looks silly with a little gap right here. So I think we're going to do it this way. Just like that. So that we don't have the white at the top or the bottom. Let's take a look. So this is without the white gap on either side. Okay. And then this one, get that out of the way. This one puts the white gap on the top and the bottom. A or B? Didn't I already feed you? Is it time for catnip? Oh my God. Look, 2 pinches. Get really high and go to sleep. See, I think I'm right. I think on this one, no gap. And that's just because really, can we ink this? We can't. So, the only way we could ink it is red. And then I got to try and match this red ink, this red paper. And that's not going to happen. Because I am just not, I am not that talented. Let me shake this up a little bit. All right. So. I used the big bottle because my little bottle needs to be filled. Give me a second while I feel it. Someone said I needed to buy the metal tip for this. The art glitter glue. I don't know. I kind of like having to fill my bottle every, other project. Okay. Bottle filled. So let's close this pocket. Okay. All right, so I like that. And then we'll have to build some kind of pad or something to put in here. Maybe we'll just put in a single signature, like a little notepad or something. In which case, I'm going to reinforce this with some Tyvek. We'll just stitch it in. Could do it that way. All right, still working on it. Still a work in progress, guys. We all know how the brain works. I have to mess around with it for a while. See, because we put that little thing in there so we could do it this way if we wanted to. And have a little fold over. Which gives us like all of Charlie Brown. And all of Linus. And ends up putting Lucy and Peppermint Patty sort of on the front. So, we're going to work on this. It's a work in progress, okay? I am going to put this red paper with it, though, and the scraps so that we know what we're working with. I shall come back to it. Over there it goes. All right. So now we have 2 signatures. We know we're going to be putting a piece in the middle. And let's take a look and see if this is dry enough yet. And it is. Okay. So at this point, we're going to be gluing in a spine, putting in some holes, and putting our book cloth on. So here's our spine. Did I seriously lose it? Doo-doo-doo. I scare myself sometimes. Well, there's the thing. Right? 1 3/8. Oh, honey. All right, we're going to cut another one because I lost that one. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 1, 2, 1 3/8. I'm good at losing these things. 1 3/8. Okay. There we go. Telling you, it's not been a good couple of years for the human race. Not at all. All right, let's see. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to glue this in. Use 3 of 1 on this one. Okay, clamp. Ugh. I am so sorry, Mary. I know it's been a horrible, horrible year for the human race. Okay. Okay. hi, KK. All right. Okay. Let's bring this over. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. It's been a pretty bad year. That's for sure. Okay. Foot glue. It's been a very rough year. It's been a rough couple of years, let's face it. Because we are almost 2 years into this. Make it and put it in my shop. I don't know. I don't know how well that would work, to be honest. Just so lazy people can push a couple of buttons and have book glue. uh, yeah, well, I'll tell you what's in it all day long. But yeah, I'm kind of a little too lazy to make it and sell it. Besides which, I make it and I pretty much use it up. It's like, oh, I made a batch. Oh, it's gone. Where is that stupid thing? Find it. Oops, here. I know it is. Oh. I know it's here. It's got to be here. Well, in the meantime, this is going to dry if I look at it. All right. So just as a side note, I'm not going to be selling any more fabric in my shop. Once what's there is gone, is gone. What I am going to be selling is book cloth. So I decided to just go straight to book cloth. So you lazy people can just push a couple of buttons and have book cloth. See how that works? Yep, could be a custom order thing. I could do it. I would have no idea what to charge for that, to be honest.
Sit. Take it nice.
It's freaking glue, you know? Okay. We get a piece of Tyvek here. There we go. One piece of, come on. I need a piece of Tyvek. Come off of there. Trying to cut around the label. Just so I can get one piece. Seriously? I gotta order stuff because I need more Tyvek. I know, we're so terrible. Okay, little book glue. You know, it's okay to use regular glue. I just like this glue. But, you know, yeah, I suppose I could do like custom orders so that it's fresh. I have to go and get jars, though, because this does have to go in a glass jar, because otherwise it dries out quickly. These ones, babe.
I just threw a whole ton of those out.
Well, don't throw out jars unless you ask. You know better.
Well, you know.
Men.
It's okay. I've got a few on the side. I can't throw them all out.
All right, so I'm going to put a little glue around the edge here so I can get this folded in. Okay. End first. Other end. Do not get sticky, gluey hands on fabric. Hey, Janice. Bye, Francis. Ooh. And this last one. Okay. Do not put gluey fingers on fabric. Come on, you. Think. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Let me go wash this brush. I'll be right back. Close glue. Always close glue first. Okay. All right, so we used a little bit of gesso because I could see the pattern on the white spots, and now I cannot. So that's cool. Okay. So we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to put our centerpiece in. So I'm going to measure for that, and we can get that cut while we're waiting. So we want the center to be like 11 3/4 by 6 3/4. So let's cut that. Ooh. Okay. First, let's get rid of this paper on here. And then we'll kind of even everything up. And down here. Okay. All right, we need 11 3/4. So, all these tools everywhere. God, so messy. Okay, let's go. Right there. 11 3/4. Go. Okay, 11 3/4. I'm going to cut most of the way through that. Just get the pieces we didn't cut. There we go. All right, 11 3/4. What did we say? 6 3/4. Okay. 11 3/4 by 6 3/4. So what we're going to do is we are going to line this edge up. We're going to take a straight cut over here. Let me see. I think the other one is sharper. So I'm just going to take a straight cut here to straighten this out. And then I'll have 2 straight sides to work with. And then we'll do the measurement. Here we go. Tighten that. That's a little loose. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a bad. Okay. All right. So now I have 2 straight edges. I have 11 3/4. And I need 6 3/4. Oh, here we go. Wait, wrong ruler. You'll never be able to cut with that ruler. It'll be all over the place, and then the ruler will roll up, and it'll be a mess. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. What are you paying for 3-in-1 glue, Mary? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, I tell you. Just gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to trim this just to get rid of this piece of tissue paper I got on the back here. Let's take a look. Okay. Now, both of these are directional, so we want to make sure we got them going in the same direction, okay? Yes. All right. So there is oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, it's so good. All right. So this is not dry yet, so I'm going to let it dry before I put this on. Bye, Mary. Have a nice day. So before I can get this on, I need to let the outside dry. And then we're going to rick-rack this. And I don't know what we're going to put in the center. We may not put anything in the center. We may put something in the center. I'm not totally sure yet. But you know, it might happen. So this is where I'm going to stop today because I want this, excuse me, because I want this to dry completely before we put this on. And then we can get started with this. All right. So I'm going to kind of end it here. Listen, if you're new here and you have not done so already, go ahead and hit the red button for me and subscribe, like, and ring my bell. Share me with all your friends. And then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live 4 times a week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 10 Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country, and whatever that works out to in the twilight zone that is Arizona. Excuse me, let me see. Typically, we work on a journal, a themed journal, and it takes us about a week to do each one. So we work on a journal for a week, and sometimes we do other things. You never know. There are little projects in between. And I post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays are typically tutorials. Wednesdays are typically kind of a quick hint or product review or something like that. And occasionally I go on in between. After the first of the year, I will be having regular sales on the 7th day of every single month. In the meantime, between now and then, if you are watching this back, I have no idea when I'm going to be having the next sale, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lace blowout. So that being said, do me a favor, guys, until I see you again, stay safe. Bye-bye.